curious to know what's inside? How foxy of you. Hi guys, so I was planning to make another video today, but something exciting came today, and basically I don't have the time to make one video today, so I'll make it another day. Maybe tomorrow even. I'm sorry if the lighting's a bit weirdly coloured. This is a new location, as you can tell. But I thought it was the puppet paste because two bookcases, bookcase behind me, and there's another bookcase there. You can kind of see the parts of it, but it's separate from that. And my library books on top of that one. And the excitement just doesn't end here. I got a package! Like, I kind of know what like, these are books I didn't buy. This is a pies thing. I think it is anyway. Being a bit embarrassed, and it turned out I did order this and I completely forgot. But you know, like, I'm gonna open it and explain it, so yeah. It came today. I like how I can show you it without giving my address away. But then again, I guess because the incident is to show the scary side. It's a package within a package. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry there's a little gear thing going on. This is a work in progress. So yeah, it's a package within a package. It's exciting. Just let me cover this. Okay, so this is from Curious Fox. They mostly publish like kids books, so like Tell Plus is the oldest I've got. Is this open? Basically, I do the Bitch Book Challenge, and there's monthly prizes. Basically, like, you enter so many views, and that increases your chances of winning. Show you what I've got. So, obviously, I won books from them. I also got biscuits, Fox's biscuits. I love the rings and the chocolates and all the creams. Very happy. I'll be having much joy eating these while I read. Okay, I probably won't eat these while I read, but I will eat them. No. Maybe I'll eat them while I'm reviewing. That's probably more realistic. I also got mints. They are like Forced Illustration mints, and yeah, I do like these mints. They're very strong though. Sent me a message. Dear Rachel, well, it's actually Rachel Vanna. Here are your prizes from the British Books Challenge competition. Congratulations, and we hope you enjoy them. Curious Fox. A curious mind knows no limits. Okay, so I won 6 books as well as that stuff, so yay. To be honest, I didn't actually, like, I usually do check out what books are meant to be the prize on Bitch Book Challenge, but I didn't, like, November was really busy for me. That's when I won it so I did actually look, and when I found it I won them. I just decided, you know what, I'm not going to look them up, I'll just see what I've got. So, first fee is the Soterion Mission by Stewart, and I think these are all British writers. Pretty sure. Think you would like to live in a world without adults? Think again. So this is a... Okay, so I'll just use the back too, because I don't know what this is. We'll learn together. It's the year 2106, and all the adults are dead. A horrifying mutation in the human DNA has resulted in the world's children and adolescents struggling to survive with no signs or learning of any kind. Each only has 19 years to live, 19 years which to be born, grow up, grow old, and die. Legend has it the mysterious Soterion holds key to the... I'm dead. This is why I don't like being trendy. I always die in YA situations. Legend has it the mysterious Soterion holds the key to centuries lost of knowledge. The lost constant, Roxanne and Kristen lead a mission to find the Soterion. On their way, they must do battle with the Seds and outwit the false good of the children of the globe. But suspicion and jealousy threatens to tear the mission apart. Will they learn to trust each other before their time runs out? That sounds really cool, and I take it these people are like probably like 19 or 18 or something like that. I guess it'd be 19, they'll be 18 and almost turn 19. So that's cool. Bit old YA, like if there's a panic about it. This sounds really cool. Apocalypse and New Adults. Amber by Julie Skies. And I gotta say, I love the cover. This is a very pretty cover, like stars and stuff going on, and the girl. A teenage girl wakes up with no memory of who she is or where she comes from. That sounds awesome. So far, you've got me. You've got me. The only clues to her identity are a dead mobile phone in her pocket and a beautiful amber necklace around her neck. Suddenly, Amber has a brand new life, a brand new name, and a whole lot of questions. Disturbed by strange visions and powers, she struggles to understand the rules that everyone else seems to know. How can Amber make sense of the person she seems to be? Does she even want to be the person anymore? And by falling in love with her new friend Dan, is she breaking the one rule that really matters? The whole memory thing, I don't know, I'm kind of always curious by memory loss, because what are you without your memories? Yeah, this looks good. Red Rock, which again is I really love this cover with the whole thing going on. The ice caps are melted. Only the Scavengers, I think, live in the flooded towns. The world has changed, but its 14-year-old Danny, yes so, Danny with an I, soon lands. It isn't the first time. Danny's life is turned upside down when her aunt is assassinated. For dying Beth, she entrusts Danny with a strange small rock. Danny must not tell her soul that she has it, but what is the rock for, and to what lengths must Danny keep it safe? Freeing from the barren terrain of Greenland to the flooded ruins of Cambridge, Danny discovers that things ain't always what they seem, and a rock isn't always just a rock. These books seem really good so far. I've got to say, I don't think I've ever seen any of these in like shops, and I'll be honest, I hadn't ever heard of Curious Fox before I went by them. There's only one that I kind of saw about and I almost bought, but because it was kind of, I thought it was something epic because it sounds like something else. I've got to say, all these covers are pops, are really great, and I've got to just say, this one's shiny and it's a map! The Diamond Thief by Sharon Gosling. Oh, that cover is brilliant. Like, you've got the bird, and that's a map. If you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but that's a map, and it's shiny and damaged, and there's like a diamond in the goggles and the bird. So this is a lovely shiny cover, and the back's pretty. Like I say, props graphic team at Curious Fox. Props to you. Oh, this is so pretty. I don't win books often, and this is like the best thing. Okay. This is the best thing I've won for doing the minimum of work. I won something, I guess probably better, but I put effort into that a lot. I know what you do for this. Moving on. And there she was, a girl who seemed to fly without wings, as perfect as a bird. Even the thought of it made his heart freeze, the memory of her pummeling to the ground. No one performs on the circus trapeze like 16-year-old Yemi Burrow. Circus! But Yemi also leads another life, pouring through the back streets of Victorian London as a jewel thief. To be honest, I don't really like historical fictions, but I do have a soft spot for Victorian ones. I just think, I don't know how you can really write about a time period without actually having lived it. But if you're secretly a time travel, fine. Just tell me, and then I'll read your book. But also, you have to give me the secrets of time travel, unless it was the Doctor. Anyway, what we were saying, oh yeah, through Victorian London as a jewel thief. Forced by the evil circus owner, Gustav, to attempt the thief of one of the world's most valuable diamonds, she discovers an underworld of treachery and fiendish plots. Meanwhile, young detective Thaddeus Reck is determined to find the jewel and clear his name. Will Thaddeus manage to rescue the jewel, or is it really Yemi that he needs to save? Why is there always like a romance? I mean, like, a girl can be kick-ass, but then there's always like a romance. This is Shadows, Soul Shadows by Alex Woolf. What if your shadow had a mind of its own? then it's Peter Pan. The shadows are on the loose and they are hungry. Eston's therapist has prescribed her a dose of solitude, so she's staying in a cottage in the middle of nowhere, trying to come to terms with her traumatic past. But there's more going on in the quiet nearby woods than she knows. An army of unnatural shadows lurks among the trees. Unlike those that are harmless follow our footsteps, these shadows can rise and they can touch and they can kill. Estin and her old friend Santa must battle the shape-shifting army and the sinister forces that have called them into being. But how can you defeat your enemies when you're afraid of your own shadow? This sounds good. Pretty cover. Last book. This is actually a book I've heard of, but it kind of confuses me because the cover's very similar to another book and it has a similar title. Diary of a Mall Girl by Luisa Plaja. I can't read that. Toxic friends, mysterious neighbours, and snogging in the lift. Who said life was officially over? I don't know, like, because it's kind of, like, I think I saw this in the stop shop or something, and I thought it said it was Diary of a Mad Girl, because that's a book and recently a TV show. Okay, so I'll just read the back, because, like, I've seen this before, but I never read the descriptor, because once I realised what it was, it didn't really seem my thing. Because malls don't scream! Yes, Rachel, you belong in a mall. If it was a mall made of bookstores, you could drag me out of there. Moving on. I'm not even exaggerating. My life is absolutely over. It's official! I bet the character doesn't speak like that, but maybe she does for some reason. Some annoying reason. The mall is the heart of 15-year-old Molly's southern town. Most teens hang around with friends there, get their first jobs there, experience their first kiss there. Aww. And Molly? She actually lives there, in the complex of the resident wing. But living in a massive shopping centre isn't as much fun as it sounds. That is, until a mysterious twins, Drew and Jasper, move into the flat upstairs. Twins. Let me guess she goes, like, makes out with one, but it's actually the other one. And just twin confusion. Unless they're not identical. Then it's not as fun. Suddenly life is a lot more exciting. And complicated. So she has been kissing them both. Will Molly get what she wants? Or will it all come crashing down? Like a pile of books. Find out the truth in Molly's private diary. Ooh. Diary! I do like this cover, but diaries always kind of go for this kind of look. I mean, this is very a diary look of like the notepad paper and stuff. It's like if someone's a diary, this is kind of the whole look you get, or like notebooks or fancy diaries sometimes. Like the Princess Diary, there's like a fancy diary once. I guess thanks to Curious Fox for sending me these. Thanks to, I don't remember names. The person who runs the British Book. I can't believe I forgot a name. But like thanks to the British Book Challenge, which by the way is still running, and I'll link down below where you can sign up for this year. It's on the same blog as last year, by the way. It's probably a bit over to enter January, Pies thing, but you can start for February and continue the year round. You can still take part. There's plenty of time to join up. But yeah, I'll link down below to this year's sign up page. Thanks for the books. All 6 of them. They all kind of sound awesome, or at least interesting. I will admit, this one doesn't sound that awesome. But it does sound like it'd be a fun read, and a light fun read, and that's a good thing sometimes. And the covers are pretty. So pretty. That even if they turn out to be rubbish, who cares? They're pretty! They can make up for their beauty. It's a terrible thing to say.